All right, let's make sure everything is in order here. Just do a quick check, just to make sure it can coming through loud and clear. All right, we're all good. Welcome everyone to PGR Season 8. I'm your host Sidonian Muse. Tonight we are here for our fourth race of the season here at Catalunya in Barcelona, Spain. Tonight we are going to be having our first mixed weather race of the season, where I believe the weather is going to start wet and then transition to more of a dry track. Starting us off before we get into our qualifying session and our full, or should say 50% length race, we're going to start off with two quick player interviews from two of our drivers. One of them is going to be Smoke, who drives for AlphaTauri, and then our second interview is going to be with Vodka Victory, who drives with Red Bull. So let's first get Smoke in here. Hello, hello. Make sure you got that audio included. Now I'm just going to make sure I got the stream up just to make sure I can hear you.
Good. It's included.
Let me see. Yeah, I hear you coughing. We're good. All right. How you doing, man? How are you feeling tonight? Are you feeling confident on Catalunya?
I'm feeling a little bit confident, minus the rain we might get. Other than that, once it hits dry, I'll be good to go.
Yeah, man. Yeah, it's all about that consistency, because I saw your pace earlier on the time trial leaderboard for Catalunya, and it looked like you were flying. So, I think we could see at least a top 5 finish from you here tonight for sure. I was going to ask, man, how have you been feeling in the AlphaTauri? It seems like you've been going pretty fast in this season, at least much faster than last season in the Mercedes.
Yeah, I'm not even gonna lie. I love this car. It feels wonderful. Made a couple changes on my rig and on my wheel. A couple upgrades here and there, but definitely feels a lot better. I'm not enjoying this game. Not even gonna lie, I love it.
Yeah, of course, man. Yeah, it's great to see, especially since AlphaTauri didn't really do much last season. It's nice to see you and Larry bring some life back into the team once again. You gotta love to see it. Now, as always, your rivalry with Slingshot is always as strong as ever. He himself had a really good race. In fact, he almost won last week at Baku. Crazy enough. The crazy dude that he is. Do you think that you can beat him here tonight?
Yeah. Honestly, I'm gonna keep honor. I ain't worried about Slingshot. All I gotta do is not let him get in front of me for at least a lap or so. That's when all tragedy happens. But like I said, I just gotta keep him in the back of my mind, not worry about him, and worry about getting to the top of that leaderboard and getting on podium.
Yeah, of course, man. So last week at Baku, something that I noticed, because I found it kind of interesting, since I feel like you and Larry might be similar in a way. Last week at Baku, are you like Larry, where when something goes wrong, or like not even something goes wrong, let's say like, you fall behind a little bit, like you make a slight error or something, do you feel like, shit, I gotta, like there's like an urgency, like I gotta get back up to where I was, like, fuck.
Oh yeah, no doubt. Like, I'm not even gonna lie, I race better after I spin out or something. Like, it just seems weird, but I feel like I'm more locked in. And each time that I've noticed that either I've spun out or got in contact or anything like that, my pace has actually picked up. So I don't want that to happen, but hey, when it does happen, I'm still confident.
Oh yeah, of course, man. And well, other thing I gotta ask you, because you've been so close. As we know, to anyone who hasn't watched PGR, last season, Smoke, you had several cursed, we called them cursed 4th place finishings. but you never quite cracked that podium last season. But already in the first couple of races this season, you've already been so close to getting podiums. Do you feel like now it's only a matter of time until you stand on that podium?
Oh yeah, it's only a matter of time. Once I, quit all the foolishness and get all the dumb errors out, I believe I should be up there consistently, at least in my mind. And I believe my teammate also, Uncle Larry, as long as we could both stay consistent, then I don't believe, honestly, that we could be beat.
Yeah, for sure, man. You guys make a really strong duo. And my last question for you tonight before I let you go is about what are your goals? Because we're still early in the season. What are your goals for this season? Like, do you hope to get a couple podiums? Are you hoping for a win? Are you hoping for constructors champs?
For me, it's always about win. I want to win. Number one. If you ain't first, you're last. So, honestly, I could care less about second place, care even more less about third place. I'm trying to get first. Even though, realistically, it's still going to be a fight. But in my heart of hearts, nah, man, I'm going for first all day, me and my teammate. Do whatever it takes. So, shout out PGR for having us in here, and best believe, they're going to have a fight in their hands tonight.
Oh, of course, man. It's going to be a scrap. It's all going to come down to strategy here tonight. With the ever-changing weather conditions, it's going to be nuts. Totally not of my own suggestion. Design too slim. I love Catalunya in this game, man. I think it's a great track. It's going to be nice to see how you guys can adapt.
Yep, I can't wait.
Looking forward to it. But anyways, man, I'm not going to keep it too much longer because we're a bit short on time here tonight. But thanks for joining me for an interview. And by the way, your mic sounded best kind, even better than it did an hour ago.
All right, so appreciate it. Yeah, got to get a new one here eventually. So all good.
All good, man. All right, good luck. Hopefully, it's the result that you've been shooting for so far this season tonight. Hopefully, this is the one.
All right, thank you, man. Have a good one.
All right, you too. So that was one of our Alpha Tower drivers. Love to smoke. Next, we're going to get in our second player interview quickly before the race, before the short qualifying session begins. We're going to get in a second quick little player interview with Vodka Victory, a man who had pole last week at Baku. So let's get him in here. So to anyone who's new to PGR, Vodka is a driver who only joined us halfway through the previous season, but he's already made quite the mark. He's gotten several podium finishes now at this point in PGR. He had a second place finish last season at Silverstone. Almost had a win for himself, but was surpassed late in the race by Pete the Newfie, who took the win from him. But he is currently looking for his first victory, no pun intended, in PGR. So we're going to get him in here, and we're going to talk about how he's feeling and his aspirations for the rest of the season. Hello, hello.
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, hello, my dude. Let me just make sure I got you in the party, because last week Pete was having some issues for some reason. Okay, I got you. Yep, we good. All right, man. Vodka, how are you feeling tonight, man? I heard you've come up with an interesting strategy for these mixed conditions we're going to be having tonight here in Catalunya.
Yeah, man, I just have a decent setup that seems to work pretty well in both conditions, so hopefully that holds me over and I get to switch over at the correct time. I think that's going to be the make or break.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, that's definitely going to be make or break, is the pick calls here tonight. When the weather decides to, because you can never fully predict the weather, but so it's going to be interesting to see who can remain consistent tonight. And I will give you this, man. You've come a long way since you started. I was just telling the viewers, since you joined us halfway through last season, you've already come a long way in terms of your consistency. So I'm expecting to see some great stuff from you here tonight. And I was going to ask, so how have you been generally in the past in these slick conditions? Like, how do you feel driving in the wet? Some people aren't a big fan.
I don't know if you guys remember Portugal last season. Towards the end, we had a wet race. I was holding my own. I feel like I actually would have gotten a podium position hadn't I spun out on the top of the hill going down and then right into a wall. But I feel pretty confident. Again, I just got to keep my head down and don't let myself get ahead of myself. So I don't put the throttle down too much or try to get overzealous in a corner.
Of course, and don't get too heated, but if you do, it's okay. We'll just throw it in the highlight reel.
Yeah, man. Yeah. Always good to see that.
Of course. Now, I was just telling the viewers as well that last week at Baku, you had your first pole position in PGR, which is a big accomplishment. Not everyone has gotten one of those, so that's pretty nuts to see, especially in like less than a season length of races. What else? What are your other goals going into this season? I'm assuming you want at least to get your first win.
Yeah, that's definitely one of my goals is to get my first win. I think right now, after getting a podium already, did I get it? I don't remember. Anyway.
Oh yes, you've got okay. A couple, yeah.
So I'm trying to get to 5 by the end of the season, if not more, and a couple race wins, if not one. And pole position, I don't really care about that too much. Qualifying's never been my strong suit, but it definitely felt good, and I think it showed that I had pace. So yeah, I'm just here to score points every race and end in the top 5, if not in the top 3 by the end of the championship.
Oh, for sure, yeah, man. You're definitely one of the faster guys here. I can definitely see it. I remember you were saying that you're saying you had a goal for where you'd like to end up in the Drivers' Championship by the end. I think you said like top 5?
I definitely want to end up in
4?
top 5, but obviously I want to be in the top 3. I want to be one of those guys.
Okay. What is this? Oh, you can help me with something. Mid-interview assistance. I'm having trouble connecting to their lobby. They're inviting me right now, and I think I need to turn crossplay on. Is that the thing? How do you do that?
You would have to go to your options, and then it would be somewhere. It's going to say crossplay all the way to the right, somewhere on the bottom right. It's going to be its own option.
Okay. Because folks, to anyone who's wondering, tonight, I believe Stony and Smoke, who we were just talking to that time, I believe at least 2 of them are racing on PC, so we can test the waters
just Stony at the moment.
Just Stony? Okay. So we can test the crossplay, so I'm going to enable that real quick. Just to make sure I can join their lobby. Make sure I can get in there. That's quite important. Are you in the lobby right now? Can I just join off you?
Yeah.
Okay, just want to make sure I can get in there. I got it turned on now, shouldn't be a problem. Yeah, man, so obviously, last season you were in the Williams, and like I said, you got second at Silverstone in the Williams, which is pretty crazy stuff to see. How have you been feeling about the Red Bull compared to the Williams of last season?
Love it. Absolutely love it.
It's just been a real treat, has it?
Oh yeah, it's definitely a slice of heaven for me. I just enjoy the car. I mean, I could drive any car, I feel, well, but the Red Bull just, to me, it feels home in many ways. So, not just a game, more for liking F1. So,
nice, man. That's happy that you found a car that fits your style, and how you approach the track is cool to see. Sometimes some people can get put in cars that they're not big fans of and don't really reflect their talent fully, I feel. But before we get into this, one last question for you. Other than yourself, who do you feel like has a strong chance of getting podium tonight? Who do you feel also has shown great pace here?
Benzo, Smoke during our practice session seemed like he was doing well. Abrupt, always a contender to be up there. And I mean, Pete doing what Pete does. So.
Yeah, showing up out of nowhere.
Yep. Alrighty, man.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go get in my mind space. Thank you for having me. Thank you for being the amazing commentator that you are, and thank you PGR for having us.
And and one last quick thing. Shoutouts to your stream, which you are streaming right now. If anyone
Appreciate
wants to see
you.
anything
It's pretty unstable right now, so it's not the best thing right now. So, but thank you so much. I appreciate that.
I try.
All right, man. I'll see you after the race. Thank you.
Ben. Yeah. Have a good race, man. All right, that was Vodka Victory, one of our Red Bull drivers. One of our, similar to Smoke this season, has been one of the faster guys on the grid. Been really keeping up. Has already had a podium so far this season at Canada, where he finished in third. His highest place finishing so far, so we'll see if he can top that in this race possibly. But we're loading into the short qualifying session right now, and while we're waiting for drivers to hop out of the pits, as you can see, it's already raining here in Barcelona. It's already a bit wet, so we're going to get our settings all situated. Just to make sure we can catch whoever decides to come out of the pits first, as I can already see drivers deciding whether they need to come out on the inners or the wets, depending on how wet it is here. All comes down to that, I suppose. But as I was saying, yes, so we're going to do a quick review of our standings for the season so far, going into this fourth race of the season. Currently in drivers, Pete the Newfie in the Ferrari leads by only 6 points, followed by his biggest competition right now being Larry, Uncle Larry, in the Alpha Tauri with 50 points. Followed closely by Slavage, GG Slavage, who won the previous race in Baku. Crazy to see. His first win in PGR. In a long time, since he was in it a couple seasons prior. And in terms of the constructors, which we'll just hop, while we're talking about this, we'll just hop on with men who are just talking about Slavage. We'll hop on with him. See how he's handling the Alpine. Out here on the inners, it seems. It's not too wet. Seems everyone's... Just see how it looks from his perspective here. Yeah, it's looking like light rain right now. It's not too crazy. It's not completely covering up his field of view or anything. You can see exactly what he's doing. Of course, you gotta try the wets, because you're gonna get that faster time. So you kind of have to risk it anyway, even if it was a bit crazier, since the wets are generally gonna be faster. Sorry, I should say the inners are going to be generally faster. So he's going to head into his hot lap now, and we'll stay on with Slavage right quick. As we go over the constructors, similarly, Ferrari leading the constructors with 70 points, followed by Alpha Tauri, Larry's team with 64, and then Alpine with 59, and then Williams, Abrupt and Bad Medu's team, who are both with us tonight. They are also in fourth in the constructors. Doing pretty well for themselves, considering. Bad, especially since I believe Bad himself, is currently fifth in our drivers, finished on the podium last race, so we'll see how he can perform here tonight. He's had some consistency issues, but maybe he'll be able to make it work here tonight. See Slavage here. Oh, that's the Haas of Doyle, right? Yeah. That's the Haas of Doyle spinning out in the wet. I would not be too surprised to see some safety cars out on track tonight. As you can see, we got a pretty stacked grid here, 16 drivers, I believe. Scroll all the way down. Yep, 16 drivers. Already have more people having issues here, but it's okay. So yeah, 16 drivers on the grid for tonight. It's gonna be a bit hectic. I would say there's definitely gonna be some DNFs, especially under these conditions. And Slavage is gonna post that first time of the quali session. He's gonna post that 131.4. We'll see where he stacks up compared to everyone else. Benzo Slice now posting that 130.8. Getting ahead of him by a little bit there, by a couple tenths. Benzo, who wasn't present last race, he's trying, you know, he knows that he needs to come back strong tonight. If he doesn't, it's going to be a bit rough for McLaren. Doyle at least getting a time posted, so he won't be starting from the back. Which, you know, for him, you know, still hasn't gotten his first points in PGR yet. You know, at least getting a time in is good for him. Since it's all about survival, if he can just survive tonight, he might still be able to get into the points. If there's a night for it to happen, it is tonight. That is for sure. As we see, his teammate Firewater also posting a time, not too fast though, still only on 132.5, followed by the Alpine Slingshot, a couple tenths slower than his teammate with the 131.8. Uncle Larry going faster than Benzo with the 130.2. And then an absolute crackhead, Pete the Newfie, with the first 129 of the qualifying session, over half a second faster than Larry's time on the inners. Pete is flying here tonight. That already could be a pole for Pete the Newfie. We'll have to wait and see. As we just missed Bad Madu posting a 131.4 as well. So he is now currently sitting in 5th right now, but still got plenty of times to post. Graybush down his hot lap, so is Gator. We have the Ferrari of Slim Fug crossing the line with a 134.5, which isn't that great, but again, this race is all going to be about consistency. Pace, not going to matter too much if you spin out right at the beginning, you know what I mean? Followed by Abrupt there at the 133.1. Again, Abrupt hasn't been having great quality times this season so far, but he has shown in the past to be a very consistent driver. So he could definitely keep it on track tonight and get points for Williams. I would not be surprised. As Pete beats his own time by almost another half a second and gets a 129 on the dot, almost a 128. This man cannot be touched here tonight. What is going on? Crazy to see. As you see, Graybush coming around here now, going to go into the pits. Not going to post the time just yet. Vodka Victory, also his teammate, still hasn't posted the time yet either. No times yet for the Red Bull driver, so we're going to hold on with Vodka and see if he can post a time here. You know, get something on the board for his team. A couple other big names as well, such as Smoke and Great Ace and Gator also are just still sitting in the pits, still haven't gotten time on yet. So like I said, if you're Doyle, you know, chances are you might not be starting from the back, because there'll probably be at least someone who doesn't get time posted. Oh, Vaga going a bit wide there. Is the game allows it. Okay, didn't validate the time. He kept it, the 131.7, though it did cost him some time. So he is. I doubt Vodka's going to be happy with that time. He's definitely going to want to go again. He can probably do a bit better than that for sure. 131.7. Who else do we have out here right now? I believe I see the Stony, who is testing out the cross-play feature that is just brand new to F1 22. He is playing on PC at night to help the league test out our cross-play feature, so thank you, Stony. Shoutouts to you, man. He's going to go back into the pits, though. Still not quite happy with what he has going on there. Or, you know, he invalidated the lap on the outlap. That can't happen. Slavage coming around again to post a much better time there, hopping up to a 131.0. But it's immediately going to get overtaken by Benzo with the 130.8 there. It's going to hop him up into 4th. So right now, Bad Madu, we failed to mention Bad Madu currently sitting with a 3rd. Currently sitting 3rd right now with that 130.2. So good stuff to him. Really showing some pace here. If he can keep it on track tonight, he could have a back-to-back podium. Who knows? That'd be crazy to see for Bad there. But Vodka's saying, nah, that's going to be mine, bitch. And he hops up with a 129.5. Again, more than half a second faster than Bad. As Smoke, who we were just talking to in our interview, has been disqualified from the qualifying session for blocking the pit lane? My guy Smoke has been met with some super unfortunate luck here. You know, he's been met with some unfortunate luck this season in PGR. Oh, God. Ooh. Disqualified from blocking the pit lane. That's something you don't see every day. But we're here hopping on with Great Ace right now. Benzo's teammate still needs to post the time. See how he can do coming around the final sector of Catalunya. But again, Badmadu is still sitting with a great time. Nothing to shrug about. But Vodka right now up there with Pete and Larry. Up there in the 129s with them. Definitely the guy showing the most pace right now. Larry getting a bit close to Pete's time. A couple tenths off. But still not quite being able to surpass Pete's time that he posted earlier. So it's still looking like a Pete the Newfie pole here so far. As Great Ace posts a 137, which is actually going to put him way behind. It's going to put him even behind Doyle there. So Great Ace really struggling here tonight. See if he hold on in a bit. See if he can get a time posted as Gator in the Alfa Romeo, the one-man show in the Alfa Romeo, a previous champ in PGR from seasons prior, has returned to PGR and is getting his bearings. Last week at Baku was his first race back. This is his second, and now we're gonna see if he can get a time on the grid here. So I don't know if he's going to take this. We'll see. He's a little behind though. He's definitely lost some time. We'll see just what he can get here. If this posts, which it should at least get him a decent time. Up with everyone else. Yep. Puts him in the 9th. Slide right between Brup and Slingshot. Not bad, not bad, not bad. So right now we're only 2. We're waiting to see times for our Greybush and Stoney. Neither still with times just yet. Greybush been struggling really. Greybush haven't been having a terrible season so far in PGR. Unfortunately. Hasn't really been able to do anything compared to last season so far. So Great Ace going a little faster there, up to 133, which is going to put him above Slim and Doyle now. So he's moved up a couple positions. As we can check up here, another bit of a movement from Vodka Victory. Vodka Victory now with a faster time than Larry, just 2 tenths behind Pete. So now it's looking like Vodka's going to be starting alongside Pete the Newfie. Because no one has still been able to touch Pete. And in fact, I think Pete even just went purple in Sector 1. This freaking madman. Pete the Newfie just went like purple in Sector 1, I believe. And we also have Stoney, who's trying to post his first time here as well. Try to get something on the board. Graybush also on his outlap. Trying to get a time posted as well, so we'll see what he can get. With the time we have remaining as well. As it looks like the Alfa Romeo of Gator has had some issues there. As Uncle Larry, 4 minutes remaining in the qualifying session, steals pole away from Pete with a time, again, almost another half second faster than Pete, a 128.6. Larry is flying. To anyone who's unaware, Larry had a bit of a rough season in Season 7. Didn't really have much of an opportunity to really show and prove himself in Season 7, but now in Season 8, Larry has been... he did have a couple wins in Season 7, but wasn't quite competitive in the drivers. But now he is up there, and he wants to win this year so badly. And you can see the fire behind him there with the pace that he's putting out here tonight. Quite insane to see. As Stoney posts his time, failed to mention that. Apologies there. 132.0 for Stoney in 11th. Nice, nice, nice. So that's going to put him just above grade ace there for the time being. But again, there's still 3 minutes left. Still plenty of time to improve. Grade ace going around now. He's currently up 2/10, so he's going to post a better time. And Great Ace is going to jump all the way up into 5th. As you can see there, he's having a bit of a rough start to the qualifying, but now he actually has just a slightly faster time than his teammate posted currently. Though Benzo is going around again, and he is up over half a second on his previous time. So we're going to hold on with him for now. These McLaren boys really pushing here near the end. Great Ace and Benzo both up there in the top. As he's coming around the third sector here now. Again, if we look, Abrupt Pew Pew has been really struggling in qualifying sessions this season, and even end of last season. I'm not really sure like what's happened, but he's just really not liking this Williams, having real trouble getting pace in it. But he always turns around the race as Benzo hops all the way up into second. Again, just barely behind Larry, ahead of Pete the Newfie. We have a retire. Slim Fug retires from the qualifying session. He's done for now. But yeah, Benzo, just like that. As we see Firewater also hopping up into 5th, just ahead of Bad Madu, getting a good lap there in the Haas. As his teammate Doyle still having a lot of trouble keeping it on track, which seems to be the theme this season with Doyle, keeping his car on track. Having a lot of issues with the traction on his car. It's not, what can we say? It's not easy. No traction control, not easy to get used to at all. But any strength of the imagination. But yeah, we currently have, so Graybush has a time posted, but he's at the back, behind Doyle. Gator looks like he's going to be done as well with that 131.7 in 11th. Same thing with Slingshot in 10th, Slavage in 9th. 30. Oh, as Vodka spins and wrecks his car. And is forced to retire from the qualifying session. So that's going to be it for Vodka Victory's qualifying session. He's just going to retire right out the gate with that 129.2, which is going to keep him in 4th for the start of the race. Pete is going around again, though, right now. I think he was just gotten purple there in Sector 2. He's going to Sector 3 now. We'll see what he can do. This is his last chance to beat Larry and Benzo's times. So he's coming around. The overhead shot, 25, 26, 27, 28. Boom! Pete the Newfie jumps right up into the pole position. It looks like he's going to be starting the race from pole. Everyone else has either finished or retired. Just like that, at the very last second, Pete the Newfie is going to be starting from the pole position here in Catalunya for the Spanish Grand Prix. Holy shit. Just like that. The man, he started off, he was at the top, but then was taken over by Larry and Benzo with their much faster times there. But out of nowhere, Pete was able to just barely post a faster time. Then Uncle Larry. Wow, what a pole. We just got to catch the final sector of that. So yeah, Pete the Newfie, our current reigning champion for PGR, will be starting from pole. And you can see it's just a fraction between him and Larry and Benzo. So it's looking like a very similar start to us. It's actually the very same grid that we had in our first race of the season at Australia. It's the exact same that we have here for Spain, with Pete starting from the front, followed by Larry and Benzo. And then we have Vodka starting in 4th, Firewater in 5th. Stoney starting in 6th. Really strong for him. He moved himself up there near the end as well. Bamadou starting in 7th. Good for him. Great Ace. Really good for him since he was at the back earlier. 8th. Slavage at 9th. And Slingshot in 10th. Gator starting in 11th. Abrupt in 12th. Slim in 13th. Slim in 13th. Oh my goodness. What am I? English. I believe, let's say Gator in 14th. Oh no, sorry, I said Doyle in 14th, my bad. Doyle in 14th. And then we have Greybush and Red Bull in 15th. And then starting from the very back, the only person to not get a time posted was Smoke, because unfortunately he was disqualified from the qualifying for blocking the pit lane. Sad to say. Very unfortunate, very unfortunate. But, so what an exciting qualifying. Lots of jumping back and forth there. But now, before we get into our full race for tonight, as always, the drivers like to take a quick 5-minute intermission just to gather themselves, use the washroom if they have to, get a glass of water, and prepare for the race that lies ahead of them under these stressful wet conditions. So, as always, I will be back in around 5 minutes or so with the full race here in Barcelona. Perfect timing. I'm back just as we're getting ready for a formation lap here. So as we were saying, bit of a shocking turn of events for Smoke. Definitely. The man has crazy pace here. But we didn't really get to see any of that because he didn't even get a chance to go out on track, so now it all comes down to if he can make his way up through the pack. And if he does, well, Smoke, you'll get driver of the day. I'll tell you that right now. If Smoke is able to make his way all the way up through the pack like that, that's a driver of the day play right there. If I've ever seen one. But again, all it takes is one safety car. That's all it takes, one safety car. So maybe it won't be that bad. We'll have to wait and see. But according to the pit stop strategy, it's not, it is gonna dry up later in the race. So as of right now, I believe everyone's just sticking to the inners since it's not super wet. It's not a super wet race. Yeah, everyone's starting on the inners. But it's not insanely wet. It's not completely pissing rain. So everyone's gonna stay in the inners for now until potentially it dries up, and then they decide to go to the, a set of dry tires. But for now, everyone's lined up in the grid. It's going to be a wicked start off between Pete, Larry, and Benzo, as we've seen already a couple times this season. These three guys going head to head. They really bring out the best in each other in terms of their racing. And Vodka is just kind of like just breaking that mold, like he just needs to show himself. He just needs that first win, Really give him the confidence, I think. Several people messing up their, as in this game, everyone has to do their own stops. Great. Here we go. Can I get a shot from the front? No? Okay. Thanks, EA. And it's lights out and away we go here at the Spanish Grand Prix, here in Barcelona. On board, we'll have to get an onboard view from Benzo Slice as Vodka Victory moves up. Uncle Larry drops all the way back down to 5th off the beginning. We have wheel to wheel between Benzo and Pete the Newfie right off the start. Didn't want to cut back there. Wanted to get that action before I cut back. I don't know why the camera angles are being so sketchy here. As you have Vodka, who's also just behind Benzo, going in and out of this first long, sweeping right-hand turn. A couple big movements there. Slavage already moving his way all the way up into 4th. Larry dropping all the way down to 6th. Had a terrible start, unfortunately. Those starts, as you can see, Slavage already moved his way up into 3rd. Look, but as he goes completely off track, oh no. Slavage was moving his way up, and he just, nothing ventured, nothing gained. He's back down in the middle again. He'll have to work his way back up again as he goes side by side with Bad Madoo. As always, we have Larry now, who's just as well behind Firewater. Let's hop on with Gator. I haven't really got to see a lot of him yet in PGR. He's also right there with Bad Madoo, as we can see. Still waiting to see. You're trying to catch these battles here. It's very tight, very intense. Larry again, just behind Firewater, waiting for his moment to get by. We're going to hold on and wait and see just what happens here with them. As Pete the Newfie is currently leading the race with Benzo just behind him. Interval's looking a bit shady there. I don't really know about that. But Larry is now going side by side with Firewater. Not quite getting the overtake there, though, that he was looking for. unfortunately, sad to say. But yeah, that was a really exciting start between Pete and Ben, showing their amazing rivalry that we've come to love here in PGR. Slavage is just right behind Larry as well, followed by Bad Madu. These guys all neck and neck here. The front getting a little spaced out. You know, we got Pete, Benzo, and Vodka after Larry falling off. Three of them clearly in the front right now. But we have Slavage, who's trying to fight his way up right now, as Doyle has currently fallen to the back of the pack. Smoke has moved up into 14 because of this past Greybush, and Doyle, we'll see how his race progresses as this goes on. We're going to hop back to Stony Stewart right quick, who's in the Mercedes, who's just behind Slingshot. He's trying to get past him. Bad Madu, we just missed that time, has now moved up past Slavage. That kind of came out of nowhere. Couldn't really predict that was going to happen. He must have just found his moment, but Slavage is looking to get right back at him. So we'll see if we can catch that moment here as well. And again, any drivers who are watching this stream, oh, it's Slavage and Bad Madu! Oh, that was unintentional. That was a racing incident. That was an unintentional racing incident between Slavage and Bad Madu there. Both drivers were doing fairly well, and Slavage just happened to spin. What happened there was Slavage just happened to spin right as, how should I say, Slavage just happened to spin right as he was taking that final turn, and unfortunately he ended up hooking Bad Madu into that spin as well, and the two of them just went completely off track together. So two of them now are going to be praying for a safety car now. That is sad to see there. Slavage's mistake. Unfortunately, Slavage accidentally spun, which caused Bad Madu to get hooked up in that. That's all you can do with that. You hate to see it. Nothing really moving here right now, but we're gonna hop on with I believe Great Ace for the time being here. As you just wait a second, he's currently chilling in 7th, just behind Gator, doing pretty good for himself there. Him and his teammate in the McLaren's looking strong here tonight so far. As Benzo currently posts the fastest time to lap so far, 1:32. Oh, but it immediately gets taken by Larry with 1:31.8. Okay. Chill. So let's hop back here, see what Slavage got going on here. Slavage now trying to recover some positions. He's now currently just behind Smoke, who's in the AlphaTauri. So we're going to have to wait and see exactly just what happens here. Try to catch any other big moves. I see Vodka's up to something. Vodka in that range to Benzo, trying to move up into 2nd so he can make a run at Pete. As we can see, yeah. That's the thing, folks. That's the thing. Isn't it so funny that shit always fucking happens as soon as you look away, as Slavage moves up on Smoke. But of course we weren't watching. Oh! And we missed that. Hopefully someone can send me a clip and I can put it in the highlight reel. Because again, of course, as soon as we look away, Slavage, our winner from last week at Baku, has now DNF'd the race, which is going to cause a safety car to come out. So Slavage in the Alpine is now out of the race, and that is going to be the safety car that Bad Madu and Smoke were hoping for. So as I was saying, it's the only thing that sucks with this is that, you know, with spectating these races, is that sometimes it feels like whenever you look away, you could be looking at something for like a full minute, and nothing will happen. No overtake will happen. And then the second you look away is when the overtake happens. It's just how it goes. So what happened there was, so as soon as we looked away, because we hopped up to what was going on with Vodka, it appeared Slavage got his overtake on Smoke, but then after that, immediately messed up and I guess completely lost it and just instantly DNF'd the race, unfortunately. But that is to be expected when you're dealing with such conditions. Now the thing is, the drivers are currently sitting and waiting under a safety car. And as you can see, there is still water. The track isn't completely dry yet, but you can see that it is starting to dry. The sky is starting to clear. It's not as bad as it was at the beginning of the race. So the question is, will there be any drivers who will decide to pit for the dry tires during this safety car? That's what we're going to have to hold on and wait for here, folks. Is anyone going to take the risk and decide to use this opportunity to go to their dry tires? Let's hold on and wait. Let's wait and see. It's not looking like it's so far. It looks like everyone still feeling like they need to stay on their inners for the time being. Not seeing anyone go for them. And we can see here now, Uncle Larry weaving there a little bit, but we can see that Gator in the Alpha is now also currently sitting in 6th, so him and Great Ace having some great performances here. Once the safety car goes away, anything's possible. Smoke's still currently only in 14th. Wasn't able to make up many more places before the safety car, but again, 33 lap race, still lots of racing to go. Anything could happen. As we saw last week at Baku. Anything can happen. But still currently Pete sitting in the front with Benzo and Vodka and Larry behind. As it was at the beginning. Pete just flying here tonight. So impressed. Good stuff to him. It's truly amazing to see. To celebrate, everyone should crack open a cold one with me. If you're watching the stream, crack open a cold glass of water. Water Twitch. It's water. It's clearly water. It's a cold glass of water. Celebrate the pace we're seeing for some of these drivers tonight. As we hear the safety car is about to come in and we are about to get the restart. So let's get ready for it here now. Let's hop up with Benzo and Pete. Let's see if Benzo can make a move on Pete here on the restart. Very nice, very nice. Here we go. Here off the restart. Benzo still not able to quite get it on Pete here. We are going to hold on though and wait and see. Larry now moving up behind, getting really close behind Vodka there. He almost caught something there. He was almost able to get that. He was very close there. Almost made the move on Vodka. We're going to hold on, wait and see. Gator now, currently getting really close to Firewater as well. Slim also getting really close to Stoney in the Mercedes, who's just ahead of him. We'll quickly hop back to Larry, who's now making the move on Vodka. And boom! It's right in there like that, man. But Vodka's fighting him. Vodka's going to fight it. He's going alongside. Both drivers all Gotta respect each other's distance there. Both drivers, ooh, hoo, hoo, hoo. Crazy stuff from Vodka and Larry, as Larry makes a quick decision to go into the pits. Larry and Pete. Oh, Benzo. So now we have Benzo taking the lead, followed by Vodka. Gator just behind. So now, Gator's making a move on Firewater here, going into this turn. Not quite getting it. Gonna hold on fourth for now. Bad Madu moving up over Slim. So, some of the drivers have now decided this is their moment. Track is dry enough to go to the dries. We saw there, Pete, Larry, Great Ace, Stoney, and Greybush all made the call. Most importantly there being Larry and Pete there, who were like, you know, pretty up there near the top, have now decided to pit for their medium tires. It's going to be wild to see what they can do out on these dry tires compared to everyone who are still stuck on these wet tires for an extra lap. If it will work out for them or not, we'll have to wait and see. Let's hop on with Smoke now, who's just behind Slim. Both of them still on their wet tires. Him trying to catch Slim here. We're going to have to wait and see what happens. I'm guessing everyone else is going to start pitting for their dries now too, though. As there doesn't appear to be any more rain coming to the track now. It is time. Yep, we can see the rest of the front runners. Benzo, Vodka, Firewater, Gator all deciding to pit as well. Abrupt. DRS is also now re-enabled though. Oh, Bad Madu is going to stay out on the wets. He's going to move up into the lead of the race for now, and he's going to stay out on the wets for an extra lap. Contrary to everyone else. Huh. So now Bad Madu, I believe, is the only driver who's still out on the track on the intermediates. We'll have to see how this works out for him. This could work out really well or not at all. I do imagine though he will be pitting next lap, though. There's no way he's staying on these for any more than another lap. But we'll see if that one lap makes a big difference to his race or not. As Pete is now just behind Vodka. Vodka though has decided to come out on hards, Pete on the mediums. So Pete should naturally be a little faster here anyway, regardless. But now Larry's also just behind Pete. Larry's moving in on side by side with Pete. Here you can see both drivers going head to head. Moving alongside. Oh, ho, ho, ho. Great battle between Larry and Pete there with Firewater just behind. This is the stuff we love to see here. As Firewater, oh, we're catching this. Catching the side cams and the back cams there. Coming in right close to Larry. Oh, man. Catch it from his perspective as Bad Madu finally pits. Everyone has now gone dry. Shouldn't be any more rain for the remainder of the race. It's now going into the DRS zone. Everyone's moved up a little bit. We're still holding on Firewater, who's decided to come out on softs. A lot of guys coming out on softs. Don't know if that'll really be the correct strategy here. But maybe they want to finish the race on their mediums or hards. We'll have to wait and see. Firewater, yeah, again, just behind Larry, looking to make a move. Not quite getting it there. Attempt again. Oh, he's so close. He's right up Larry's rear. Firewater here trying to put the turd in Larry Turd. Come up alongside him, shotgun's right in there. Boom, just like that. Firewater moves up ahead of Larry into fourth. Crazy to see. But Larry is not going to give it up without a fight just yet, as Pete the Newfie in the Ferrari has spun. He was having such a solid race up to that point. And now Pete has dropped all the way down into 7th, just behind Gator. Larry now also retaking his position on Firewater. Both of them still going neck and neck here. Poor Pete. Again, another uncharacteristic spin from him, literally spinning in the exact same spot that that Slavage did earlier, as Gator now also spins and loses control of his Alfa Romeo. So that's another spin. Again, we can only assume it's because there must still be water left on this track. I mean, it's looking fairly dry, but there might still be a couple little puddles that might be causing a little bit of a loss of traction there. Because that's their uncharacteristic of Pete, as Firewater zooms ahead of Larry again. These two going at it here tonight. Just zooms in. I don't know who's going to get play of the race this race. But god damn, that was supersonic speed from Firewater there. Firewater come out in true full form here tonight, as we expect him to be. And as we were just saying that, Stoney dropping down, losing some positions there to Smoke and Graybush. Graybush actually looking strong as he's looked so far this season here. Currently sitting in 8th. We're going to get a points finish for Red Bull. His first points finish of the season. As we're checking out some of this stuff now, at the back with these guys here, all bunched together. Slingshot, Smoke, Stoney, all of them. As, yeah, Graybush currently going alongside all of them there. Pete is still in the race, though, as he currently moves up ahead of... Oh, Firewater! Too fast for his own good. Firewater has now spun as well, just like Pete and Gator. Firewater's going to drop way down, though, even way, and he spins a second time! Almost into the wall. Firewater was having such a good race up to that point. It was really looking sharp, and now it was just falling completely behind there. Not really much to say about that. Sorry to say. Like, look, he's still trying to recover. The poor guy. Still trying to recover. Still figuring out the game in the car, clearly. Because he has the pace. But he just can't keep the car. He's having so much trouble recovering there. On these soft tires. A bit crazy to see. Bad Madu now also trying to recover some positions. Trying to get back ahead of Gator as well. He's out on the hard tires. As you can see, Pete is now just half a second behind his old teammate Great Ace, who currently sits in 4th. We have a yellow flag in Sector 2. That's looking like a Haas. That's looking like Doyle, as Pete the Newfie pulls up right ahead of his old teammate Great Ace in the McLaren. Gonna move up. Pete trying to recover after his mistake prior on the final turn of the track. At least he didn't go out like Slavage did earlier. But no matter what happens, we will have a new winner compared to last week. Now Slavage is out of the race entirely. As Great Ace loses control of his car there, trying to keep up with Pete, trying too hard to keep up with his old teammates. Definitely letting his pride get the better of him there, trying to keep up with Pete. As Smoke falls down, makes a little bit of a mistake there too. Has to give position back to Great Ace. And now, due to Great Ace's accident, there is now a virtual safety car. So now, Great Ace is still in the race. However, he has sustained some serious damage. You saw the stuff fly off his car there. He hit the wall. Not good, not good. He was having a very good race up to that point, but this man has always had trouble with consistency, unfortunately, similar to Graybush. These two rivals may not rival in pace, but they do rival in consistency. Both drivers always have had a tough time keeping it together on track when the going gets tough. You can never quite predict if they're going to be able to keep it on track for the entire race. Now we're hopping on Bad Madu, who again looks like he's finally looking for his moment on Gator, but still not quite getting it there. Great Ace has now gotten into pit due to the damage. Firewater, due to his several spins, has now fallen so far behind with his teammate Doyle. Haas have been off to an awful start this season. As we can see, Gators had a bad Madoo now, also trying to get ahead of Stoney. Stoney currently ghosted due to this game having connection. Looks like there's still some connection issues between people. So Stoney is currently ghosted, testing out that cross play. So Gator's going to take advantage of that, and so is Bad Madoo. Slip on through him. Easy overtakes. Nothing too crazy there. Nothing too crazy. As Firewater's now moving up on Great Ace. They don't move alongside him in the Haas. Oh, Firewater making some bit of a dart there behind him. As Slingshot and Greybush looks like are currently close to each other right now as well. They're going back and forth. Hop up with them real quick. Currently 15 laps into the race. As I believe the Alfa Romeo of Gator, yep, he has crashed out. Can he move though? Let us wait and see. It looks like his car is not moving. I don't think he can move. That might be another full safety car. He's like completely stuck or something. Yeah, Gator disqualified for being parked. The game would not let him move. His car is done. So that is going to be Gator's race over as well. Sad to say, still hasn't finished a race in PGR. So now we have Gator and Slavage. Two old veterans, PGR completely out of the race entirely. But I'm not seeing any safety car whatsoever for Gator's incident. Looks like we're just going to keep racing. No safety car. Looks like it's just all hands on deck again. We do have some yellow flags, but other than that, we're all chill. We're going to hop on with Uncle Larry there now. He's currently trying to keep up with the rest. Again, still the top four that we had at the beginning. Benzo, except now Benzo leads the race. Benzo, who still hasn't gotten his first win of the season just yet in PGR. Hoping this will be his first win of the season. Larry is trying to gain on Vodka here. Two drivers out already. Completely out of the race. Great Ace. And again, Great Ace now out on fresh hards. Presumably to finish the race. Larry, ooh, darting behind Vodka there. Looking for his chance, looking for that opportunity. Gonna hold on and wait and see if he gets it right now. Everyone else is pretty spaced out. Gap between everyone going right now. So some of these soft tire guys are gonna have to pit shortly. When that happens, we'll really see a shake up in the grid. Because that's the thing. Will these will these hard tires work out for Vodka in the long run? That is the question that we're going to get the answer to tonight. As Stoney goes into the pits, and so does Firewater. Nothing to lose at this point, I suppose. Though Firewater does pick up a 5-second penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Unfortunate to see. That's going to cost him, I think, in the long run for his race. So Firewater's race, both Haas's races are looking pretty much over at this point, unfortunately. To say, come on, camera. Still holding on with Larry here for a while. Just trying to see what will happen between him and Vodka. is the question: is how far are Pete and Larry going to push these medium tires? They will have to pit before Benzo, more than likely. Unless something else happens at that point. You have a yellow in Sector 1, another Haas mistake, it would appear. See the Haas that's not moving as well. Not really. Oh, they're moving again? Okay. Now, as we can see here, Vodka currently 1.2 seconds behind Benzo. Ooh. There again, still trying to get the move as Pete takes back fastest lap of the race for now. That 122. We'll wait and see if that can be beaten at any point. As now the soft tire guys are starting to pit. As we can see, Abrupt and Smoke going into the pit lane, taking this opportunity. Larry has just been waiting patiently for his chance here to get ahead of Vodka this entire time. So we're still waiting to see exactly what he can do here. Even going to this DRS zone, Larry still can't really do much, unfortunately. Against a big gap there, not a huge chance to show off a lot of stuff right now. Unfortunately, this is what happens on Spain sometimes. Which is why it's nice we had some wet weather to change up the order a little bit, because stuff can get a bit stagnant here from time to time. But Larry is finally going to get his chance here going to this DRS zone. Right behind Vodka, going to move up alongside him now. As he gets it, he makes the move on Vodka. As Firewater takes back, so he takes fastest lap for the time being with 122 on the dot. And he's going to be happy with that. That's for sure. But yeah, now it's gotten pretty sunny here in Spain. So everyone's just push here now. As we can see, for who still needs to pit, really, Slim, Pete's teammate, also hasn't really been an amazing race for Ferrari. Gotta be honest. And most drivers are fairly spaced out right now. We're currently just sitting behind. Oh! We just caught that as Vodka went by. Uncle Larry makes a mistake. Again, just before the final turn. Everyone's struggling on the final turn here. Larry spinning out there as well. Pete using this opportunity now that Larry has spun to pit. Who is behind Larry there? Firewater. Or sorry, no, that's Doyle. I got confused there with the Haas. I forgot. Yeah, I thought that was Firewater at the back lapping, but no, it was, or getting lapped, but no, it was Doyle. Apologies, but yeah, so now, we're gonna hop on with Greybush for the time being. As we can see, everyone's fairly spaced out here. But Larry did make a mistake there. Larry did make a mistake there. He did spin. But he hasn't really faced the ramifications of that mistake just yet, as he still needs to pit. But when Larry pits, we will see just how much that mistake has affected his race. Though he does have a fairly big gap built up between him and the drivers behind him currently, such as Pete and Babadoo. you know. Now Pete has decided to go on fresh hards to finish the race, I would imagine. Great Ace currently now gaining on Slim. Slim, we're going to have to pit soon on the mediums. Apologies there. Jeez. But yes, now Sean, aka Great Ace, looking to get past Slim. He wants to get into the points to help out his teammate, who's currently leading the race and has been for a while now. This is looking like Benzo's first win of the season in PGR, which is crazy to say considering that it started. Sorry, it's crazy to say considering how it started off looking like it was going to be a Pete the Newfie domination, but no, Pete fucked up. Pete made a mistake. That's what happens. So Great Ace, unfortunately, still hasn't gotten past Slim. Still just, well, I shouldn't say unfortunately. I guess unfortunately for him, he still hasn't got past Slim. But what can you do when? Let's look at the batteries. Yeah, Slim still has 45. Great Ace out of most of his battery. This is why battery consumption is everything, folks. Because you can see here, you got someone who's in 12th right now, like Stoney, with full battery. Compared to Great Ace, who's just spun with almost no battery, which is going to cost him dearly. Didn't take him too long to recover. Faster than some, but sure, Stoney, that's exactly what you were looking for. As the Haas of Doyle still having trouble here. And now looking at where Abrupt is to in the Williams right now, Babadoo sitting in 4th on the hards and Abrupt sitting in 6th on the mediums. Quite interesting to see. He's currently just a second behind Pete the Newfie. Looking to move up into the top 5. Again, Abrupt did finish 3rd in our drivers last season. Really strong driver. You can never underestimate him, just as Vodka was saying. He could pull that out of nowhere and do really well. It all just depends. But going into the final 10 laps or so of our race, you can see Abrupt going into the DRS zone here now, trying to gain some time on Pete. Again, there hasn't been a ton of stuff happening in the second half of the race. There's been a couple people who've spun, like we said, Great Ace spun, which is why he currently still sits in 11th. But again, that didn't affect the grand scheme of the race too much. As well, similarly, Uncle Larry also spun, but again, he still currently sits in 3rd, but he still needs to pit. So, once Larry pits, we'll truly see just how much that spin hurt him. As Abrupt is gaining, he's holding up a little bit with Pete there. He's doing too bad, he's sitting 6th. Going through DRS zone now. Vodka is now currently holding like a second or so less than Benzo. Again, Benzo will need to pit before Vodka. This is important to keep in mind. Both Benzo and Vodka are definitely the two. Sorry. Benzo and Vodka are definitely the two who are fighting for the win here the most. As we said, Vodka wants his first win in PGR, which will be really exciting to see. Just have to wait to see how that turns out. Still holding on with Abrupt, as he's just behind Pete. Looking to make a move on him. Abrupt with like half his battery still remaining. But Pete is doing a good job conserving his as well. He still has 60% or so. Both these drivers know exactly what they're doing. when it comes to their ERS management, which is great to see. As we have a yellow in Sector 2, I believe it's the Haas again, yeah. We're going to jump up with Vodka now, who's currently now just about a half second behind Benzo. He is starting... I guess the medium tires of Benzo Slice are starting to degrade now, which is allowing Vodka to gain time on him. So if Benzo is smart, this might be the time for Benzo to pit. As we can see, Larry makes the smart call, and he decides to pit now as well, and decides to finish the laps on the softs, as you would. So we'll see how much time he loses there. As Bad Madu falls down, I think he made a mistake there as well, yeah. Clearly made a bit of a mistake. He's dropped down to 6th behind his teammate now, who's in 5th. As you can see, Vodka's still like half a second behind Benzo, but again, Benzo will probably pit here, I would imagine, if not next lap. I don't think he's going to stay out much longer, similar to what Larry did. Abrupt also still just behind Pete, getting rather close now. As Pete is on these hards. I imagine Pete is trying to finish the race on the hards right now. I don't think he'll pit again at this point for softs or anything like that. Though Larry is now out on fresh softs. But again, he's still, as we can see, that spin really did cost Larry the win of the race, though. As we can see now, Larry's like 30 plus seconds behind Vodka and Benzo, so it's really down to Vodka and Benzo currently for the race win. We will have to wait and see exactly what happens. Brup's still getting a little closer, but still not quite getting anything on Pete. Looking at Vodka, now 7/10 behind Benzo. I would imagine Benzo should pit here, similar to what Larry did, pitting on 18-lap-old mediums. Ooh, we do have a spin from Slingshot, though, in the Alpine, in the 3rd sector. Slingshot now dropping down into 9th. He just got past that second by Greybush in the Red Bull. Greybush now sitting in 8th. This could be Greybush's first points finish in PGR for this season, if he can keep it together and keep it on track. We'll wait and see how he does. Like we said, 2 biggest gaps to be gained here now. Abrupt just behind Pete, and Vodka just behind Benzo. Gain for the win. Going into the DRS zone. This could be Vodka victory's chance. And he does it. Vodka pulls ahead of Benzo. Benzo not giving up without a fight, though. But Vodka does make the overtake there, pulling ahead of Benzo for the time being. It's going to be a battle for the win here now between these two drivers. Though I would imagine Benzo will pit. But if you're Benzo at this point, you kind of have to, like... Yeah, see, Larry picking up fastest lap, no surprise on those fresh softs. That was bound to happen. Not too surprising, as Abrupt and Pete now. Abrupt also gaining on Pete going into the DRS zone. Abrupt pulling up ahead of Pete into 4th. Abrupt finally showing what he can do in this season of PGR. Which is phenomenal to see for him. Abrupt currently sitting in 4th, but Pete is going to fight him all the way to the very end. As Abrupt's tires start to degrade more than Pete's as this race nears its conclusion. But again, we have to hop up to Benzo now, going for the same DRS zone, trying to gain time on Vodka, trying to do the same thing that Vodka did to him right back. Pete the Newfie, though, now. We can see here picking up a penalty. Benzo pulling ahead of Vodka, doing the same thing Vodka did to him last lap. Benzo is now going to take the lead of the race back, but Benzo is on these 20-lap-old mediums. Like, he's going to have to pit. Like, how is Benzo doing this? He's out on these 20-lap-old mediums, still pulling more speed than Vodka. Like, these tires gotta be gone by now at this point. Surely. Ooh. Some mistakes he made there. I think I might have seen there in the rear. But yeah. Pete has now also picked up a 3-second time penalty, which is going to hurt him in the long run. That's basically... Oh! As Benzo Slice goes off track! Again, I kept saying it. I kept fucking saying it, Benzo. If you're watching this back, man, like, I know, like, when you're in the heat of the moment, it's hard. You don't want to give up the leading position so late in the race. You want your first win in the season. As Firewater picks up 5-second penalty in pit lane, Firewater is going to DNF from the race. Firewater has retired, which is now going to cause a safety car. Oh, come on, Firewater. Just, oh, come on, man. You should have retired in the pits. You're ruining the suspense of the race here, man. Come on. Lame. Why would he fucking do that? Did he not retire in the pits? So is that a full safety car? That's Vodka's Red Bull team remake Greybush there. So I'm hoping that this is just a VSC and this will be over before the race is done. But Firewater might have just cost Vodka Victory his first win in PGR. Because Benzo, guys are going to pit here. And Larry's going to be on the fresh softs. Firewater. Poor Vodka. That might cost Vodka here, depending on how long this decides. Unless this is a full safety car and this goes to the end of the race. But I don't think it. I think we're going to get, even if this is a full safety car, I feel like it will resume by the final lap. But yeah, as we were saying there, because there was so much happening there at once. Yeah, Vodka is going to go in now and pit for the softs. He knows he has to, or else he's not going to win. Same thing with Benzo. Making the right calls, two of them fighting for that win. So up for like 5 seconds there, 10 seconds, that was clearly Vodka's win in the bag. If there was no Firewater DNF there, that was Vodka's win in the fucking bag, in my opinion. Benzo had spun there. You know, we had a nice tight battle going on there for a couple laps between Benzo and Vodka. And then what happened? Right there in the first sector, Benzo spun. He went off track for a second, which allowed Vodka to pull ahead and take the lead, as we saw. And it was like, holy shit, Vodka's set for his first win in PGR. There's only a couple laps left. Benzo just threw the win away. As I was trying to say to Benzo, I was like, I can't believe he's going 20 laps on these medium tires. Like, that's going to cost him in the long run, because as you can saw there, he's having trouble controlling them near the end. He even spun. Those medium tires, like, you can't just be taking them that far, but he did it. And surprisingly, it somehow worked out for Benzo, the lucky motherfucker that he is. For fuck's sakes. No bias here at all. I love you though, Benzo, but come on, man. You know, I gotta root for Vodka. Come on now. But yeah, yeah. So 20 lap old mediums, when really anyone else I feel like would have pitted on like 18 laps, like Larry, the play Larry did. I feel like that's what Benzo was gonna do. But if he had done that, he would have been, he wouldn't have been in as good of a position here as he is now, because he's now caught back up with Vodka. However, so has Larry, Uncle Larry. Larry now in a great position as well. Between these top 4 drivers or so. Pete, though, Pete is screwed at this point. Pete with that 3-second time penalty. You know, so far, you know, behind these guys, holding up the rest of the pack. Kind of gatekeeping the rest of the pack at this point. Ray Bush has now received a 5-second penalty for a severe collision with Benzo Slice. Okay, interesting to see. Safety car is in this lap. We're getting the restart. Vodka Victory is starting from the front, still with a 1.5 second gap to the cars behind him. 2 laps to go. This still could be let's not count them out just yet. This still could be Vodka Victory's first win in PGR. Bad Madu now on the hard 22 lap old hard tires. Did not pit under the safety car. Is staying out there, staying competitive in 4th. Just behind Uncle Larry. Though Uncle Larry is going to be flying. But Bad Madu is not giving up without a fight. He's holding on just behind Larry in the 4th position. Really strong performance with him. 22 lap old hards. You love to see it. Then we have Smoke, who's now used his chance to recover. He's back up into the points. Or at least in a better position. 7th, just behind his rival Slingshot. So we'll see how that unfolds with him. We'll hold on with them for just a second here. Abrupt is now pitted as well, so he's now falling down to 9th. This is giving Great Ace opportunity. He's now sitting in 8th on an 18 lap old hards. Only 2 laps remaining. So we'll have to see how these softs work out for people. Vodka Victory going into the final lap of the race, still holding his lead. Who spun there, or had some issues? I think someone just went a little wide there. I think that's all that happened there. As we can see there with Smoke and them getting close here. Abrupt now getting close to Great Ace just ahead of him. 2 of them getting close. We're going to hold on with them. And we will wait and see. We'll wait for the moment of truth. Benzo is gaining time though on Vodka. Only 1 second gap between the drivers here. Smoke currently also just behind Slingshot, trying to move up. But I'm sorry, we need to watch as what happened. I saw a yellow flag. I got scared. Alright, we're holding on with Benzo just behind Vodka. 1 second gap. What happened there? Smoke is now coming up alongside Slingshot, going for the overtake on him. Smoke does get it successfully. Slingshot dropping down a place. Hopping on now. Benzo literally less than a second behind Vodka Victory now. Vodka just has to not choke going into the 3rd sector. It's all or nothing. Benzo is less than half a second now though. Vodka Victory losing time on Benzo. Come on, Vodka. Vodka losing time on Benzo. There, going into the 3rd sector. I guess a difference of setup. Costing some time. Their yellow flags out there. I think Benzo messed up. This is it. Vodka Victory crossing the line. Vodka Victory is your champion. Vodka Victory is your race winner for the Spanish Grand Prix here in Barcelona. Vodka Victory's first win in PGR since his time joining through Season 7. Vodka has finally had his moment to shine. Finally had his win. Couldn't be more than happy for him. Good job, buddy. Fuck yeah. Let's give it up for Vodka Victory if you're in chat. I want to see some papegas. I want to see some fucking clapping emojis. Let's go. Fuck yeah, Vodka. First win for him in PGR. Fought a good hard fight. Drove out of his fucking mind. Benzo making all those mistakes. Got lucky with the safety car. Had another chance to potentially get over him, but just couldn't make up the gap. He was getting closer at the end though. I feel like if it went another lap, it could have been in Benzo Slice's favor. So, but yeah, driver of the day. The game's gonna give it to Bad Madu for making up all those positions, and I believe finishing in 4th, crazily enough. So Bad Madu having 2 good races in a row now. He's on a bit of a roll as well. We'll have to wait to see the standings though and give a review of everyone. But yeah, let's watch as this man makes his way towards the podium. Our fucking winner for the night. Vodka Victory. The man, the myth, the legend. Throws his hands up in the air this time, but this time not in rage, this time in celebration. For this time he is standing on the top of the podium here in PGR. With his fellow racers, Benzo Slice in 2nd, and I believe Uncle Larry in 3rd. Oh no! Actually, wow, so Larry actually didn't get podium. It's actually Bad Madu with 2 podiums in a row. What the frackety fuck? Yeah, so that's 2 podiums. So Larry actually falling out of the podium spot there. Neither Uncle Larry or Pete finishing on the podium there. Smoke making a huge run himself though, all the way up into 6th. Yeah, so I mean, when it comes to driver of the day, the 2 biggest contenders are definitely Babadoo starting in 7th, finishing in 3rd. I mean, for driver of the day, the game gave it to Babadoo, 2 podiums in a row. But for me personally, have to respect the grind. I have to give the driver of the day to Smoke for moving all the way up from the back of the grid all the way up into 6th. Crazy race from him. Gotta give it to him. Good stuff to Smoke. Smoke is your driver of the day. But yeah, let's get our podium for our final thing of our stream tonight. Let's get Vodka Victory, Benzo Slice, and Babadoo in here for our quick post-race podium interviews. Hello, do we got you there?
Yo.
Let's fucking go! Let's fucking go! Let's fucking go, boy! Yes!
Benzo
Yes.
was on my gearbox, dog.
Bro, you're so lucky he didn't have one more lap. He was gaining.
Oh no, I was just playing it safe today. I was like, I don't want to make a mistake. I'm just gonna go slow. He can't pass on these apexes. Let me just get to the line, bro. You saw I had the pace when I came off the last corner. I was gone again. So.
Man, what a fucking race. Got a little slow there in the middle.
Oh, hey, man.
Oh, got a little slow there in the... What a race, fellas. Between the two of you guys.
From the beginning to the end, me and you were on each other, bro.
Hey, yo, that was
I was on you the
crazy.
whole time, actually. I was just following you.
Yeah, at the end I
Good
spun.
race, bro.
I was like, fuck my life. I tried to catch up, and then safety car came out of nowhere.
You fucking put... to be fair,
That
I
almost
claim
messed
to
me
be a
up
non...
because the safety car came as soon as I passed the straight.
I claim... So, fellas, I claim to be a non-biased commentator, but when I saw that fucking safety car come out, you lucky bitch, fucking going 20 laps on the mediums, which you should never have done, because that's what caused your spin, was you going 20 laps rating those mediums.
Listen. In practice, what I did, I knew how it was gonna plan out, right? So I thought to myself, hey, how long can I go on mediums? I did 30 laps. Okay, I did 30 laps like on the dry, and I was
Holy
like, God
shit,
damn,
man.
okay, I can do it. So as soon as like it was dry, put on the mediums, and I knew I was going all the way to the end. I just didn't know like at what
I
point.
could keep up with
what
the
was-
hard.
Yo, that was scary, bro. I'm not gonna lie, I was scared. The whole race, I was just like, bruh, how is he like right there, bro? I just can't.
Absolutely insane,
Bro,
man.
thank you for that, Benzo. That was quite the race, man. Like I had to fall. I couldn't make a mistake either. I had to stay on you, man. Like that. I was sweating the whole time too, dude.
Yeah, because that's the thing, right? Larry and Pete made mistakes, and they got punished for it. I would say we need to get the other man in here, bro. That's 2 podiums in a row for him. Where's
man.
Babadoo?
This is the
This
first
guy-
race that I did not spin, bro. Just solid the whole time.
Crazy. And Benzo's like, man, it was crazy because it was looking like, oh, it's gonna be Benzo's first win of the season so far. You know.
Oh man, I was
He's,
going for it, but at one point my tires were like, "Hey, slow down, buddy, slow down."
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That was basically what I was saying. Is you're getting a little overzealous. I think I was like, oh man, he should have. Because anyone else would have pitted at that point, you know. But then, of course, you get rewarded for staying out longer. Of course.
You know what I was saying in my mic? I was saying like, you see, this is Max and Hamilton all over it.
Abu Dhabi. My girl literally said that as the race ended. She was like, that was Max and Hamilton Abu Dhabi right there. And I was like, right? Hey, man, dude, I have to.
Yeah,
my win goes to my girl. She is Hannah, bro, from fucking Red Bull. She is the best engineer ever.
Yeah. And folks, and like to you guys, I caught that. I was watching that whole thing. The whole final couple laps was literally like transfixed on you guys at the front. Nothing else mattered. It was like, oh, like this is going down. Okay, we gotta watch this. But can we get Babadoo in here? Because I gotta give him his dues.
Let me try. I don't know if he actually.
Because that is 2 podiums. I know you weren't here last week, Benzo, but that is 2 podiums in a row now. That's 2 third place finishes in a row for Babadoo.
I'm gonna try to invite him, but I don't know if he's gonna. But did you guys
really-
see
Pulled
at
it out
the
here.
when the safety car got out, I went in behind vodka, but I had Tats right in front of me, and he kind of like held me back. I was like, "Goddamn, move, bro!" Because in the pit lane, he was slowing down, and I couldn't do nothing about it. I was like, "Goddamn, move, bro! It's my time to shine." But hey, I couldn't do nothing about that. But that last lap, I
That
was
last
like,
lap.
"Oh my god, I'm
You-
giving everything."
Oh,
At one
you
point,
were
I thought I had
flying
it.
on me. You were
They
flying on
were
me. So what
dating,
happened
yeah.
halfway through that? I tried to stay up halfway through, and then at the back half where it started getting tight, I was like,
Yeah.
I just gotta not spin, bro. I was like, I just gotta stay alive and be in
Bro.
front, and that's all I did. I kind of slowed it down through
Yeah.
the sector 3, and I was like, I just need to be in front. That's it. Stay alive, don't spin, and that's
Oh,
all I
yeah.
was thinking about, man. I wish we had a few more laps because that was just amazing racing, bro.
Aw,
That
man.
was beautiful near the end. Near the end there, yeah. That was one for the books, yeah. And,
The highlights are gonna be
I-
intense.
oh yeah, for sure. And all I gotta say though, from my perspective, watching certain overtakes, is I know you guys already know this, but holy fuck, there was a couple overtakes that Firewater did where he came in like a fucking Kvyat rocket. He came right in like he did not give a shit. So like I would honestly keep watch when Firewater gets a handle on this game and these cars, watch out. He's gonna be fast.
How about that
He-
defending I had on Larry for like 6 laps, bro? Just
Oh my
denying
god.
me.
You know
He was
what?
Yeah.
trying to come up on my inside, and I was like, "Get away from me!"
Yeah,
But I
He
was
almost
scared.
it's
took me out.
rough. It's rough.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. I was looking like in the back, and I was like, he's gonna take him out. Like this is not like he was doing too much at one point.
No man,
La-
I just
La-
put
Larry
my car
was
in the
pushing.
right spot. I did not let him push, bro. This track, I don't know what it was. I loved it. I just found the spots to get the
But,
speed and everything.
But yeah, it looks like Bad's not going to be joining us, unfortunately. I don't know if he had to
Shame.
run. I don't know if he had to run right as soon as the race was over or something. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt. I know he's not a big fan of being in the hot seat. But Bad, if you watch this afterwards, just good stuff, brother. Two podiums in a row. Williams looking like a really strong team this year, similar to Alpha Tauri. Great stuff to see. And yeah, so fellas, I don't have much else left to ask you tonight. I mean, I don't think there's much else to say. You really put it all out there. Here comes Pete, another fellow vodka fanboy, to celebrate the win here tonight. But I'm just gonna end the stream. I'm gonna end the stream here now, though. So whoever's watching in the chat, thank you guys for watching. We'll be here same time next week, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for, I believe, our 5th race is Miami. Next week, Miami.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I will see you guys next week, this time Saturday night for Miami.
Thank you, man. Thank you for having us.